Hello and welcome to the pet room. I'm not using my normal phone because it's copying things. So I'm using my other, and I've also got it charged because the battery doesn't last well. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do. This is the socket that has been giving me grief, I think. So I've taken the chip out, which is 6540-010-1078. Character wrong, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I went to a fine Canadian store, Long McQuaid, where they do musical things, and they have for a long time, and I got a spray can of DeOxit. D series, improves electronic connections, they say. And before I go ripping the socket out, I really think I wanted to try this. It's got very tiny pins. They do suggest you try and maybe stick something else in there. So you know what, maybe, before I spray this in there, I'll take out one of the other ROM chips that is bad and have it ready. This is the 6540-022-0680. Yeah, 22. That's the one. So maybe the pins all look good. Maybe I'll have this handy. The machine is off. I think we can see DeOxit D5 improves electronic connections. Now it's funny because there is a little tube that comes with it that's supposed to go in to the sprayer, but you know what? It really doesn't. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to take aim and fire. There, I have dosed it. I'm now going to take this chip that really has nothing to do here, and I'm going to put it in. I'm going to take it out and rotate it some and have it work around a bit. Because originally when I first got this stuff, and this is not my original can is still locked away. It was at the suggestion of Rudy's Retro Intel, when I got an old Commodore radio that really wasn't made by Commodore, but that's a whole other story, and he suggested this DeOxit would help with the volume control, it worked, but it was spotty, and you could generally find something that you didn't want. Oh, and I bent a pin. Oh well, it's a bad chip. It's a bad chip. Okay, so now I need to let it sit for a bit. I have worked that stuff in there. I guess the one when I bent the chip, it won't have had the same effect in there. Oh well, I will straighten it, because the idea is now that Rudy will take these and test them in his chip tester to make sure that his chip tester is reporting things as they are. Alright, so this chip can go back. Boy, it sure makes a difference to the dust on the board too. There's a lot of dust in the dusty, rusty, crusty machine. I think I will not hurry to turn this on. Because I think there's a bunch of the liquid in the holes of the socket. But what I might do at this moment, assuming I can, and I think I can, boy, that is a lot of stuff in there. maybe I will dab this stuff out of here. I don't know why. I've never had a thing where it comes with a tube, where the tube won't work. Okay, there, that's better. Now, let's see. Can we get this in there? This is some of the chips that I had trouble with. Okay, it feels okay. So, so I'm going to leave it in there. And I'm going to read what it says on the can. All electronic connections deteriorate, causing reduced performance and eventually total failure. DeOxit rejuvenates and improves performance and reliability of all electronic parts and equipment. Turn off equipment, adjust valve, low, medium, and high. Yes, I saw that. I did see that, and I have adjusted it to low. Apply a short burst of DeOxit onto the metal surface. Operate the part device to help break up oxides and contamination. Wait a few seconds. Reapply one short burst. Wait 2 minutes before turning on equipment. For additional protection, follow with DeOxit Gold G-Series or DeOxit Shield S-Series. Cautions. Test for compatibility before use on delicate devices, phones, cameras, etc. Spray onto a swab or cloth, then wipe onto a metal surface or connector. Do not spray directly into device. Use QR code above for additional cautions and product info. Also available: mini spray, pens, wipes, brush, needle tip, squeeze tubes, and bulk containers. Limited uses. All metal electronic connections, audio, video, computers, marine, auto, cables, rechargeable devices, Ethernet, flashlights, switch contacts, potentiometers. That's what I would have used on the volume control. Phones, plugs, sockets, batteries, headphones, toys, cameras, lighting, industrial equipment, many more. Made by a company called CAIG, C-A-I-G Laboratories, Inc. www.caig.com. Email info@cag.com. I think I will write to them and say, your little tube is not doing it for me. It's just not doing it. Precautions. So apparently it's flammable, and I'm not sure what else. If on skin washed with soap and water, if swallowed, immediately call Poison Control Center. Great. Well, the main thing I did this for was to see if it would help inside this socket. So I know it's been more than 2 minutes. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to see if anything is different. Anything at all. And nothing is different. If I push on here, it's doing exactly the same as it did before. So what does this mean? I don't know. It's very frustrating because now I have basically disabled 2 other machines. It's very strange. Definitely I push on that chip and things change. And the chip next door, kind of. And it's I don't know, there may be something on the board. Anyway, obviously, this stuff didn't do it. It did not. Well, excuse me. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to readjust ever so slightly. Because these are doing weird things with the screen, and I know that these screen RAM chips are good, I'm going to take them out. Look at the pins, they're fine. Look at the pins, they're fine. That one was on the right, this one was on the left. You know, I think just because I have this stuff here, and okay, the machine is off, and it is doing things with screen things. I think I might just give a little blast right there, into the screen RAM. Wouldn't it be magic if it actually made a difference? But I don't think it will. Alright, I will put that in. I will put this in. And the sockets are good. So I'm not going to turn it on right yet, because it has certainly not been 2 minutes, and I'm not rocking and rolling the stuff around in there. I am not. It's very strange, the silly little tube. I mean, it fits in, but as soon as I go to spray, it just pops out. I will write to them and say, what up with that? Oh, Alright. Oh, I should double check. Yeah, the witness mark is good. It's all good. I'm not suspecting this is going to make any difference. But I suppose now that I have this, it is something that I should spray into many sockets of many things. Because, well, it's a good thing. As I'm just looking around, I'm just double checking the configuration of every chip in here, and everything is fine, everything is dandy, it's always exactly the same. And why is it doing what it's doing? I don't know. It's a very strange thing. It is. It is. And who knows, maybe if I'm so, well, you know what, I was thinking and Rudy offered to take and see what's what with this, but you see, I need these other chips to have these other ones working so I can work on other things. So maybe at some point it would be good to have him do his magic, but I need the ROMs, I need the other support chips. I do indeed. Well, I haven't been counting exactly, but I think the 2 minutes has expired. So, I'm going to turn it on, see if anything makes any difference at all. And of course, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference. Nothing. Nothing. This is frustrating. It is very frustrating indeed. So close, and yet so far. But mind you, right around here, there's all these little chips. And you never know, You just never know. I suppose another thing that I could try, which will probably make no difference at all, is I could take this board out, and I can't pop it in the blue bezel pet, but I can pop it into the chiclet pet. I can. And just see if that makes any difference. And I don't know, is there a power problem? I don't think so. But once again, when it comes to troubleshooting, you try and eliminate all the things that are potentially trouble until you can hopefully nail it down. Hopefully. Well, this is frustrating. Oops, sorry. There. The machine is off. I will let it sit. And I will ponder my next move. One thing I did do with this DeOxit is I sprayed it into my phone connector here, and because I was having trouble with charging, and I'm not just sure if it hasn't tidied it up. Generally, I think this is good stuff. Not great stuff, because great stuff is that stuff you spray into walls. It's like this foam stuff, so don't get that mixed up. It's great stuff, but it's not great stuff. So have a lovely, lovely day, and we will continue to be tormented by this vintage, dusty, rusty, crusty Commodore pet. Have a lovely, lovely day. David Bradley from the box room. Not the box room. I'm in the pet room. David Bradley from the pet room. Signing off.